Greetings, boys and girls, from the Alberta Pepper Lab. Today is going to be a pod review. I'm going to be reviewing the Tibetan Lhasa pepper. These peppers were given to me by a coworker at work. They are right in there. So let's go over, take a look, then we'll go down to the Pepper Lab and have a taste. Okie dokie. So this is the plant. It is growing in... Oh my... Well, I'm glad I got that on film. This is the plant. It's growing in a watering can, as you can see. This right here is a ripe one. It has turned red. So I don't know whether I'm supposed to have a red one or a green one. I do know that the green ones are more firm. So that's interesting. I'm going to eat one of both. I'm probably going to take a break in between eating them, but that is the first one. And let's go with one that has a tail. Some of these have tails. Anyways, I'm gonna dig around, root around, find one with a nifty looking tail, and then we'll meet you down in the Pepper Lab. So here we are down in the lab. This is one of the green ones, and you can see how it has a tail, hey? See that tail on it? Pretty nifty. These things are really nifty looking peppers. Like, they're very, very gnarly, kind of groovy, for lack of a better word, groovy peppers. And of course, here is the ripe one. I'm going to eat the ripe one first. Once again, look at that tail. It just wants to stab someone. Stinger. I'm going to eat this one first, and then wait about an hour, I figure, and then have this guy and see how it does. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pause the camera while I cut it, but we will see what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so I have cut open the ripe one, and interestingly enough, there are no seeds at all in there. There was no seeds in this. That's just very, very bizarre. It has a medium thickness wall. Let's see if we can get that open a little bit for you guys to see. Medium thickness wall. You guys can see the oily interior, which means it will be spicy, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's just strange that there's no seeds in that. We'll have to see after when I'm ready to have that one if there's seeds in there. So without further ado, let's have at her. Well, I gotta say, it sure does feel nice to be back down here again. Lots of memories in this room. So I've got my my pepper that I've split down the middle and showed you guys, and I guess we're just gonna find out how hot it really is. I'm interested to see, because I think it's gonna be really hot because it's all groovy and stuff, but you know, you never know. Without further ado, away we go. It's pretty hot. I'd put this right on par with those baby bleeders. If anybody saw my review of the baby bleeders, maybe a little bit hotter. The flavor was very intricate. It was kind of sweet for a second, and then very floral, and then bitter. It went through stages. Yeah. The heat is burning on my tongue, a little bit on the roof of my mouth, a little bit on the side, and yeah. Whew. Okay, so I'm not sweating. I did make sure that I had a nice meal before I started this. Okay, so I'm not sweating. I'm not tearing up. Uh, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Like, I don't know why I've been getting a bitter taste from a lot of the peppers that I've been growing. It could be the fact that I'm probably, should be washing it before I eat it, but I'm just so excited about eating it, I just pick it right off and eat it a lot of the time, and it's kind of got that bitter taste. Well, let's try to steady that camera a little bit, shall we? Got a bit of a bitter taste, but that's not bad. The heat is already subsiding. I don't really actually it seemed hotter than it was at first, but now it's pretty chill. Um I don't have to go and the heat is dying off pretty quick. In order to keep this video at, a decent amount of time, I'm just going to cut it now. I'm gonna wait about an hour to make sure that all the flavor and everything else is done. Go have a nice tall glass of shut the heck up, and then I'll come back and we'll try that one that isn't red and see how that does. Maybe it'll be more tasty. We'll have to see. So I've waited a bit, and I did a little bit of research into this Lhasa pepper right here. And I found something interesting. First off, I did not know the capital of Tibet was Lhasa, which makes it kind of strange to call it a Tibetan Lhasa pepper. Why not just a Lhasa pepper or a Tibetan pepper? I don't know. Anyways, the everything that I found online, none of them had that tail. None of them had this signature tail that these ones have. That being said, they seem to be harvested when they turn red. So I'm gonna eat this one anyways, just to say that I did. The plant, as you guys can see, produced like quite a few peppers, and fast. Like it produced peppers fast, which is awesome for me because I live in Alberta, so it's our 3 weeks of summer doesn't last very long. So yeah. All right. So tell you what, I'll bring you guys over to the cutting table. We will take a look at this and see what it looks like on the inside. All right. So as you guys can see, we do have seeds. There are seeds in there. I'm not going to bother trying to save these seeds. First off, the pod is not ripe, and so the seeds probably won't come, they won't germinate. Second off, I've got a crap ton of these pods growing right now. So, kind of meh, whatevs. The wall of the chili is actually pretty decent. Kind of hard for you guys to get a nice focused view of it, but the walls I'd say medium thick. Not exactly a jalapeno, but not too shabby. So we're gonna flip her on around and we're gonna see what this unripe Lhasa pepper tastes like. Well, hi there. I have my unripe pod all cut in half and seedy and stuff. The seeds are still in there. Don't know if I can really give you guys a good shot, but those seeds are still in there, and we are going to have a little nibble and see what it tastes like when it's not ripe. Maybe I'll like it more. By the way, that other red pod was soft. Maybe it was just a sick pod or something like that, but it was not crunchy, not very good. I think something might have been wrong with that pod. It is the first one to turn ripe, and usually I've found the first pod that turns ripe on plants usually isn't very good. So I'm going to have a bite of this and talk a little bit about some of the super hots that I have growing. All right. Here we go. On your marks, get set, chew. No, this one is crunchy. Oh my. Oh my. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Well, it has the same initial kick as the other one did. Hmm. That flavor though. Uh, it was how do I describe it? It tasted like uh underwear. It was gross. Hard to describe. Uh Bitter floral, uh bitter bitter. Much worse than the other one. I can see why they eat the other ones when they're ripe, and I will be harvesting these when they're ripe. The flavor is still sitting right in there. So let's talk a little bit about the heat. The heat's much more noticeable with this one, um, probably because it's a larger pod. Um, so the heat is really going on in the throat. I've got it going on my tongue. The previous one really was burning on the tongue, but not the throat. This one, the pod was much juicier. So I'm pretty sure that first pod I ate, there was something wrong with it, which is great because, it gives me the chance to do another review on this pepper. That being said, I would use this for like a paste sauce. I would use it for, um, yeah, it'd be okay in sauces. Tomato sauce would be good. A sweet sauce would be also be good. I definitely would not use it for a powder though. I've been kind of getting into the powders lately and having a lot of fun with that. Oh, I was going to mention plants that I have growing on. I have a few types of super hots that survived, and I've gotten to the point where they're producing pods. That is my chocolate bootla, which I'm stoked for. I'm going to create a sauce for that one, and I'm going to call that sauce Unnecessary Pain. There is White Ghost and Scotch Brains. So those are the ones that have come and like actually started to grow pods and stuff like that. The rest of them, like I grew a crap ton of super hots this year, and the vast majority of them are not doing anything. I do know that like this year was a big learning experience for me. My method wasn't the best this year. Because I wanted to get them into flower beds, I left them in their solo cups for way too long. They all became stunted, and they're just now coming back from it. So the result of that is Alex doesn't really have the best pepper yard this year, but I will use what I've learned and have a better yard next year. Whew, it's burning on my lips now. The heat's sticking around with this one. Yeah, I'm almost positive that that first one was NFG. Anyways, yeah, the hot's kind of like plateaued, but it's staying, which is kind of nice. Don't really feel like I need to say let's see where this goes or anything, but yeah, that's not bad. I have no idea what the Scoville scale is for this, so I'm sure you guys can do your own research. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great day. Bye bye.